Without a birth certificate, a person does not legally exist in the eyes of the state. They are legally invisible. Because they cannot prove who they are or how old they are effectively blocked from opening a bank account, enrolling in school, or accessing standard civic services. For governments, this lack of documentation creates a massive statistical blind spot. When millions of people are missing from official records, planners cannot accurately determine where to build new schools, distribute medical supplies, or invest in public infrastructure. The African Union has made social inclusiveness a strict prerequisite for the continent's growth under Agenda 2063. Yet, the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa considers the neglect of civil registration systems the single most critical failure of development over the past 30 years. The root of this issue is the absence of a unified system that permanently and continuously records vital life events exactly when and where they happen. Securing a person's legal identity and gathering accurate national statistics are not competing priorities. They are two halves of the exact same problem, requiring a single administrative mechanism to solve both. That mechanism is a civil registration and vital statistics system, commonly known as CRVS. The civil registration side manages the compulsory, universal, and continuous recording of life events, like births, marriages, and deaths, by authorized institutions, to formally establish legal identity. This graphic shows how the two pillars divide responsibilities. The Civil Registration Authority handles legal identity management. The National Statistics Office takes over vital statistics, compiling registration data for demographic analysis. Looking at the connection between the pillars, interagency coordination must occur. This is the exact moment an individual's legal identity transforms into aggregated national population data. This diagram maps how data flows. When a vital event occurs in the community, local officials notify the Civil Registration Office, which sends a duplicate to the Central Department, directly feeding the National Bureau of Statistics. The optimal outcome of this process, and a core metric of the UN's Sustainable Development Goals, is when the registration of a vital event immediately generates a unique national identity number for that specific individual. Because the workflow relies on a continuous chain of data sharing, the legal, administrative, and statistical entities must operate together. If any one department is siloed, the entire system fails. Botswana provides a clear example of how continuous civil registration feeds directly into highly accurate annual vital statistics reports. This 2023 Botswana table converts birth registrations into demographic intelligence. By grouping recorded births by the mother's age, the system calculates age-specific fertility rates. Aggregating these yields a total fertility rate of 2.3, allowing planners to forecast future infrastructure needs. The system applies the same rigor to mortality data. This chart classifies registered deaths by where they occurred, comparing health facilities against homes. Tracking the physical location of deaths helps administrators evaluate the distribution and accessibility of medical facilities across the country. Moving to this table, we see the output used for national health monitoring. By dividing the number of registered deaths by the estimated population in each specific age group, Botswana calculates precise age-specific death rates. This level of granular national demographic intelligence is only mathematically possible because the government successfully secured the legal registration of each individual citizen first. This illustrates the conceptual model: two distinct functions operating as a unified engine. The left engine focuses on the individual, securing legal identity through continuous recording. The right engine processes those exact same records to generate aggregate trends required by the state. When these two mechanisms connect, marginalized citizens gain the official documentation needed to access critical services, while governments can confidently build schools and hospitals based on exact realities. This graphic lists the core structural requirements to make this work. The system requires a solid legal foundation, coordinated administrative processes, active community engagement, and regular statistical outputs to drive policy. A well-functioning CRVS system creates a direct pipeline from individual recognition to national insight, ensuring that every citizen is accounted for and absolutely no one is left behind.